Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the 8th edition of HCL Grant, one of India's biggest and most coveted institutionalized CSR grants. I am Anush Srivastava and I will be your host for the day. Today, we are joined by Dr. Nidhi Pundir, Vice President, Global CSR HCL Tech, who leads the Global CSR agenda for HCL Tech and heads HCL Foundation, our esteemed NGO partners, and our friends from the media. We have assembled today to announce the winners of HCL Grant Edition VIII and are looking forward to an afternoon recognizing exemplary work done by some NGOs in the social development sector. Before we begin the conference, I would like to share some key instructions with you all. During today's conference, all attendees will be in a listen only mode. For the best experience, please select the stack and full screen view on the top right of your screen. If you have joined us from your phone in the WebEx mobile app, you can double tap on the hashtag HCLTech window for a better visual experience. There will be a Q&A session at the end of the conference, and in case you drop out, please rejoin us using the same invite link. If you experience any technical difficulties, you can message us using the Q&A panel. I would now like to welcome Dr. Nidhi Pundir, Vice President, Global CSR HCL Tech, who has been playing a pivotal role in the HCL Foundation's journey to take us through the various initiatives of HCL Foundation and the journey of HCL Grant so far. Dr. Pundir, over to you.
Thank you, Anuj, and dear viewers. Welcome to this session on the announcement of HCL Grant Edition VIII results. I know our finalists have been waiting, and this is the time of the year when, as HCL Grant team, the fruits of the year-long journey come, to fruitify, and many of us celebrate this moment. Thank you for joining us from all over the world today. It is my privilege to welcome you all on behalf of HCL Foundation that delivers HCL Tech's corporate social responsibility agenda in India. HCL Foundation made a promise in 2011 to be the source code of socio-economic environmental development. 12 years later, our source codes are lighting up 5.13 million lives, of which 55% are women, across 22 states and 3 union territories. 66,000 acres of land greened under community governance, 36 billion liters of water harvested, and over 58,000 animals treated and protected. Friends, this has been possible through meticulously designed and implemented HCL Foundation's core flagship programs, namely Samuday and Grant for Rural Development, Uday for breaking the cycle of poverty amongst ultra poor, and environment conservation through Harit. Added to these are array of special initiatives called Power of One, Sports for Change, My eHeart, and HCL Foundation Academy. A team of 455 qualified and experienced individuals and 200 plus partners, more than 2,000 partner staff is the force behind this mission, which is fueled by visionary leadership of Mrs. Roshni Nadar Malhotra, chairperson of the board level CSR committee at HCL Tech. Our cumulative investment of 1,038 crores, approximately 159 million US dollars, supercharges progress for our communities and planet, which translates into opportunities for a better life. A woman empowered, a child born healthy, a young marriage delayed, a differently abled youth creating sporting history, an ecosystem regenerated, inspire us only to do more. These results speak of the depth and strength of our programs. Co created and co implemented in convergence with government and NGO partners, they fill me with optimism that it is possible to break the cycle of poverty, including environmental poverty, in one's one lifetime. I share this hope with you, our communities, our partners, the HCL leadership, HCL techies, and foundation team. You lend velocity to the source codes. Friends, we are celebrating 8 wholesome, rewarding years of nation building through unique HCL grant. which continues its path-breaking journey to activate deep changes in the rural development landscape of India. The grant lends its heft towards achieving sustainable development goals, which are the benchmark against which countries around the world measure their developmental objectives, interlinking environmental, social, and economic aspects with sustainability as the overarching goal and inform government policy making at a fundamental level. From zero hunger to climate change, to good health and clean water, gender equity, and more. The HCL grant, now in its eighth impactful year, stays true to its promise of nation building, aligning perfectly with SDGs and the government's trajectory. Let me present a short video that captures essence of HCL grant.
What does it really mean to build a nation like India? It means that every child in every village spends time in the classroom learning about new things. It means that every woman is empowered to take her own decisions. It means having access to health facilities even in the remotest corner of the country. It means economic growth without the cost of environment. But what does it take to build a nation like India?
The Republic of India houses 1.4 billion people. The democracy of India rests on three constitutional estates: the judiciary, the legislative, and the bureaucracy. Free press has long been recognized as the fourth estate. HCL Grant is a step towards recognition of the fifth estate, the non-government organizations. NGOs have become a critical agent of change, playing a decisive role in building a stronger, future-ready India. Through HCL Grant, HCL Foundation aims to achieve sustainable rural development by supporting NGOs that are doing path-breaking work anywhere in India.
For a long time, NGOs have been playing a role of plugging the gaps for a large population of this country who are vulnerable in terms of education, health, environment, and sometimes even basic amenities. Today, there are around 3.3 million NGOs in India working towards making it an inclusive democracy. They reach where even the government agencies don't. This makes their role even more relevant and critical. However, the social development ecosystem in India is complex, where most of the NGOs are highly unstructured and do not have institutionalized processes and framework. This is where HCL Grant aims to play a role.
HCL Grant has two specific yet distinct objectives. The first and foremost is to award financial grant to innovative, replicable, scalable, sustainable, yet time-bound projects which are proposed by NGOs that are committed towards transformative rural development. The second is to publish the work of these NGOs through a compendium basis picture stories that are taken in the field during the process of selection and publish this compendium each year such that these NGOs become globally visible for their path-breaking efforts.
In its 8 years journey till now, HCL Grant has impacted 18,20,752 human lives across 25,102 villages in 116 districts across 19 states and 2 union territories. In 2022, HCL Grant called for applications in 3 categories: environment, health, and education. The online application portal opened for 60 days, during which the grant received 15,293 registrations and 1,162 completed applications. During this period, 10 symposiums were organized with the participation of over 2,500 NGOs. In October, the first level screening began with the field visits across 22 states, 61 districts, covering a total distance of 100,735 kilometers by a group of subject matter experts and the HCL Foundation team, clocking 3,384 hours. 30 NGOs were selected for the sub-jury round. The sub-jury includes esteemed personalities from the HCL Tech Group and the Shiv Nadar Foundation. Sub-jury chose 9 finalists for the jury round. The jury comprises 6 eminent personalities. The jury has selected 3 NGOs who will receive rupees 5 crore in each category, and remaining 2 HCL Grant finalist NGOs in each category will receive rupees 25 lakhs.
In last few years, through its thematic categories of environment, health and education, threaded with inclusivity, socio-economic empowerment and community-based institution building, the HCL grant has spearheaded measurable progress in the rural landscape. These are very same themes, each of them critical to development, where the local, state, and central governments have taken robust steps demonstrating how visionary HCL Grant has been since its inception. In last 8 years, HCL Grant has committed 111 crores, which is 14.46 million US dollars, to the fifth estate or NGOs transforming rural India today. Beyond funding, the grant strengthens and capacitates governance and leadership, and the rigorous selection process propels NGOs to clarify their vision, mission, and impact through evidence based, foolproof data and programming. As you just heard in the video, I'm just repeating few stats here, but they are of importance, that through this commitment, HCL grant supported projects aim to cover close to 2.3 million people in 25,000 plus villages in 116 districts across 19 states and 2 union territories of India. Through 40 HCL grant partners, 1.8 million people in most remote rural areas have already been impacted, and over 64,000 acres of common and forest land brought under sustainable community governance. Let's take a look at the powerful impact of HCL grant projects through this little video.
The journey of HCL Grant began in 2016 with a vision to transform the rural development ecosystem of India by supporting the NGOs or the fifth estate. In the last 7 years, HCL Grant has touched lives across the length and breadth of this country with a commitment of 14.46 million US dollars. And with its existing partnership, it aims to touch more than 2.2 million lives in rural India, spread across 116 districts of 19 states, 2 union territories, and more than 25,000 villages. The grants have been awarded in 3 distinct categories of environment, health, and education, and the evaluation of these projects are done on the basis of 6 key parameters.
Extremely powerful impact, and which is visible, I would say, the criteria that we've always kept in mind while making the selection and while rolling out HCL grant. It is a 365 days process where teams work together with the non-government organizations, taking very senior level experts, taking guidance from governance partners and so on, and strengthening them on both aspects, be it programmatic or be it the governance.
HCL Grant has also achieved some key benchmarks across all 3 thematic categories. HCL Grant's journey began with a vision of building a future-ready India by empowering the voices of its soul. And today, that dream is turning into a reality. Together, we hope to walk many more miles and touch many more dreams. HCL Grant, transforming lives, spreading smiles.
So you can see that how data driven we are and how we are measuring impact. Also, process indicators, the outcome indicators. There is a repository which is getting created, and I think it's a consistency of the process which has really made a great impact. As you saw, to complement the process of the grant, 10 HCL Grant Pan India physical symposiums were conducted as outreach across the country because NGOs often find it very difficult to complete their application because of lack of capacity on project cycle management, understanding the grant processes, and uh, the meticulousness behind it. So the team travels across the country, helping build capacity and clarify the grant application process and CSR laws nitty-gritties also. For us, HCL Grant is a unique journey that unveils new horizons each year. There's never a moment when we cease to be impressed by the commitment and the passion of leadership of social purpose organizations, who indeed are the trailblazers and inspiration behind this mission. Year on year, as we mine out more such diamonds and present to you these discoveries, we only get inspired to delve deeper and write the unwritten story of their contribution to the development of not only this nation but the world. They dedicate their lives to crucial social missions they decide to work on. Viewers, this year we received unprecedented 15,293 registrations, which was 82% jump from last year, pan India, and 1,162 completed applications in all respects, which is a part of our repository now, across three categories. 173 NGOs were selected by independent subject matter experts, governance partner Grant Thornton, to submit detailed proposal with clear implementation strategy and budget. I want to reassure all the applicants, all the NGOs who applied, that despite overwhelming response, we did not lose anywhere the rigor in this process. We rather increased our capacities to be able to do due justice to each application. From these 173 proposals, 51 were shortlisted for field visits. 14 subject matter experts and 35 team members traveled a distance of 100,735 kilometers of this diverse country across 22 states and 61 districts to conclude the process, clocking 3,384 hours by the team on ground. This data says a lot about the rigor of the process and passion of the teams behind. One, post this, our distinct sub-juries evaluated, thus selected 10 applications and identified 3 applications per category to be presented to the jury. Thus selected 9 finalist applications were then deliberated upon by the esteemed HCL Grand jury, taking several factors into account with 40% weightage on governance and 60% on HCL Grand proposal itself. The jury was truly appreciative of the effort put behind these applications and all other NGOs who applied. The jury gave its call on one winner of the HCL Grant per category, which we will share with you shortly. You're aware that on our jury, we have Ms. Robin Abrams, HCL Tech's oldest serving board member, along with Mr. Shiv Nadar, founder emeritus HCL Group, as well as strategic advisor to the board, Dr. Richard Lauer, Sanskrit scholar and president emeritus, the Field Museum, Chicago, Mr. B.S. Baswan, former director, Indian Institute of Public Administration and former HRD secretary, Ms. Pallavi Shroff, managing partner, Shradul Amarchand Mangaldas and company, Mr. Suresh Narayanan, Chairman and Managing Director, Nestle India Limited. Friends, before we announce the names of HCL Grant winners, let me take this opportunity to unveil Volume 7 of the Fifth Estate, the HCL Grant Compendium. As a tribute to all NGOs that reach till sub-jury stage, I want to reiterate that we take note of all 10 cases per category and each year consistently publish a compendium which is made widely available to the global fraternity to be able to know more about these NGOs and support their work. We disseminate this compendium widely to the ministries, to other corporates, to CSRs, to individuals, as well as policymakers. A unique book providing testimony to the pioneering work by our heroes in most remote rural regions. We partnered with Roli Books to bring out this compendium. I know our finalists are waiting and everyone is waiting for the results. Let me now invite Anuj to formally start the results section of edition 8 of HCL Grant of this session. Over to Anuj.
Thank you, Dr. Nidhi. We will now begin our award ceremony and we will start with the first category of environment. Let us have a quick look at our finalists. May we have the video, please?
In the environment category, the three finalists are Indian Institute of Science, Education and Research, Pune, Northeast Initiative Development Agency, Planatearth. 20 years of research and conservation work in Eagle Nest Sanctuary led by Ramana Atreya and his team from Indian Institute of Science, Education and Research, Pune, or ISA, documented several thousand species of birds, moths, reptiles and mammals in the region. The key discovery of this work is Bugun leochicla, a bird species which is only found in these forests in the world. This attracted numerous tourists, which successfully funded a self-sufficient ecotourism program for the last 15 years. As a result, in 2017, the Buguns converted a huge part of their forest land as legally protected conservation reserve. ISA Pune looks at it as an opportunity to scale up the existing model to a much large conservation program for the entire region of 400 square kilometers of pristine forests. Lately, the evergreen spring water resources of these lush evergreen forest canopies of Mizoram are drying up. Shifting rain patterns, forest degradation and excessive runoff of rainwater is resulting in acute water scarcity in the area despite a heavy rainfall. Northeast Initiative Development Agency, or NEDA, a not-for-profit organization, has been working on an extensive spring watershed program with the support of the local communities to replenish the spring water resources. The fishermen communities around Kochi are facing two major issues. The alarming level of plastic in the coastal region is affecting the marine fishermen, and the invasive water hyacinth is affecting the health of freshwater resources. Planatearth, a not-for-profit charitable organization that works predominantly in waste management, is working towards a long-term sustainable solution where fishermen communities play a key role, both in collection of plastics from the sea and water hyacinth from the freshwater sources. The waste collected gets recycled into profitable resources.
May I request Dr. Nidhi to announce the winner in the environment category?
So the jury call has gone out to Planatearth. HCL Grant Edition VIII. Very interesting project where they're looking at recovering and recycling plastic from oceans and protect water bodies from water hyacinth infestation by manufacturing briquettes. Highly innovative and apt for the times that we really need solutions. Also, highly engaged board, highly engaged leadership over there, and across various parameters, Planet Earth has won this grant. I would once again say that by the time we reach the finalist, there is equal probability for anyone to take away the 5 crore grant. But having said that, there is always a marginal difference amongst the finalists. With that, let me invite Dr. Suraj Abram to please address us.
Um, First of all, thank you very much. It's a very emotional moment for us. Give me a minute, please. I'm sorry for this, but then we never expected this. And in fact, I was supposed to have prepared a speech. I didn't really expect to win, so I've not prepared a speech. I'll just limit it to saying a big thank you to ma'am and HCL team and all the jury experts and the people, experts who came down for visits and the corrections that were pointed out for us. It's huge. It's really huge, and I'm speechless, honestly. Thank you very much. Big thank you from all of us, in fact. I would need a
I can
moment
very
after this.
I can very well imagine that how emotional it can be because, but we sincerely appreciate and have huge gratitude to the entire leadership of all the organizations who participate with so much enthusiasm, and it's always a mutual learning process. So once again, congratulations, Mr. Abram, and to your entire team and the leadership as well as teams working on ground. Congratulations, and let's move on to the next category.
Many congratulations, Mr. Abraham and the entire team at Planet Earth. Moving to the next category of health, maybe please request for the videos.
In the health category, the three finalists are Innovators in Health, India, Mahan Trust, Shri Shri Rural Development Program Trust. Despite a comprehensive TB eradication program and availability of free medication at most health centers, TB still remains a menace, especially for the marginalized communities in India, where malnutrition, poverty, and lack of awareness about this disease is already prevalent. But a unique model of active case finding and patient care is afoot in Samastipur district in Bihar, led by frontline health workers or ASHA, who help in identifying the patients and provide end-to-end support during the entire course of medication. This model has been established by Innovators in Health India, that was founded with a vision to make innovative and community-based approaches to reduce the TB burden by taking care of both curative and preventive aspects of the treatment. This serene landscape of Melghat region is home to a population that is extremely marginalized and rates quite poorly on almost every health indicator. Poverty, malnourishment, and prevalence of superstitious beliefs result in low institutional deliveries and hence in higher mother mortality and infant mortality rates, especially for the children below 5 years. One ray of hope is Mahan, an NGO working in the expanse since 1998 and providing both institutional and community-based medical care, aiming to uplift the holistic health scenario of the region. There are about 1.7 lakh children in conflict with law in 815 juvenile centers and about 20,000 women in 31 prisons across India who form an underserved section of our society. They carry various psychological issues such as separation anxiety, emotional deprivation, low self-esteem, and difficulty in mainstreaming, which are not addressed adequately. Shri Shri Rural Development Program Trust, which has been working on multiple rural development programs since 2001, believes that these rural youth deserve a second chance and is working on a holistic empowerment strategy with the help of yoga, art therapy, and vocational training.
May I request Dr. Nidhi to announce the winner in the health category?
Viewers can imagine how difficult it must have been to really decide upon one, because all these aspects are so important and the capabilities of all our finalists to be able to deliver on ground, absolutely amazing. There had to be a jury call, and the jury chose that we must work in Samastipur through Innovators in Health India, addressing the much needed issue of tuberculosis. Congratulations, Innovators in Health India. Let me invite Dr. Manish Kumar to share his views. But before that, let me just share the project title. It would be Universal Tuberculosis Care through Active Case Finding and Treatment Support in Rural Bihar. If you could please unmute yourself.
I humbly thank HCL Foundation and the entire team for giving us this responsibility. I'm feeling short of words to express my views at present, but this is very humbling, and we'll try our best to take the services which we are already doing to the larger audience, to the larger communities, and make Samastipur as a unique district in TB care in India. Thank you so much.
Congratulations, and we really look forward to working with you, Dr. Kumar. Let's move on to the
Thank you.
next category. Anuj.
Many congratulations, Dr. Manish Kumar and the entire team at the Innovators in Health India. Moving to the last category of education, let us have a quick look at our finalists. May we have the video, please?
In the education category, the three finalists are Tata Institute of Social Sciences, Meghshala, Guriya Swayam Sevi Sansthan. This small, hilly border state of northeast India has the third highest literacy rate in the country. But when it comes to the share of technology in education, the state doesn't perform too well, especially in the remote districts. Tata Institute of Social Sciences, or TIS, proposes a two-pronged solution in which students will be benefited through a pre-tested digital learning resource platform called CLIX. And on the other hand, there is a model to build capacity among teachers and state education officials through a thinking and tinkering lab in a collaborative model with the state government. Language encapsulates nuances of the culture, but this mountain state of northeast India is facing a challenge where the demand of teaching and learning the native languages is decreasing. Meghshala, a Karnataka-based organization that has already been working in 200 schools of Sikkim, proposes a technology-based solution where teachers will be trained and supported with an in-house developed Meghshala app, along with the hardware to teach 3 local languages, but in line with the state's curriculum. This is a unique school. A school where children learn from everything around them, while the younger ones are expressing themselves through dance and art. The elder ones are learning vocational skills. But what really makes this school unique is not only the pedagogy, but the fact that this school is in the middle of a red light area in Varanasi and a safe haven for the vulnerable girls and boys of the area. This model of education is a brainchild of Guriya Swayam Sevi Sansthan, which suggests a two-pronged solution. The first is at village level, involving local women groups, and the second is by catering to the at-risk girls in the red light area through Art Therapy Center.
May I request Dr. Nidhi to please announce the winner in the education category?
You can see the quality of applications, the rigor, and the kind of passion that our finalists have. And again, with it took a lot of deliberation who should actually be the 5 crore recipient. But I would reiterate that HCL grant is not about just the 5 crore grant. It is not only a year long, but consistent process which is aimed at strengthening the fifth estate, the non-government organization segment, and the linkage between a corporate and this and the civil society space, convergence with government, working together on issues that really need to be dealt with. And it wasn't an easy call, but the 5 crore recipient of the edition 8 under education category is Meghshala Trust. I would like to share that the project aims to include and promote technology based education in schools, and what was most impressive was the focus on local language, Nepalese, Lepcha, and Bhutia languages in the curriculum, and it's time that we really pay attention to some of these local dialects, languages, and how important they are in upbringing of a child and connecting them back with the roots. I think I'm reminded again of the quote. I think I've said it before on this forum, but then Rabindranath Tagore himself said that mother tongue is like mother's milk for the child and so critical. Meghshala has used technology as the medium of intervention in the state of Sikkim, and we sincerely congratulate them. Over to you, Dr. Jyoti Tyagarajan, for a few words, please.
I can't tell you how humbled we are and how deeply honored we are to receive this grant from HCL. Um, Apart from anything else, it gives us the honor of carrying the HCL banner into multiple classrooms in this vast country. The new NEP asks for local languages, and this is our intervention into that. This is the battering ram. Thank you, HCL. It's a testament to the tireless efforts and hard work and dedication that every member of the team has invested in her task. And it's a perfect opportunity to say that none of this would have happened without the extraordinary support of the Educational Department of Sikkim, the wonderful state government of Sikkim, and our very own Meghshala trustees. Um, the special mention must not forget the finance team, the implementation team, our master teachers who really work their hearts out to get this going. And before I'm overcome with emotion, I'm going to say I will consider this a personal blessing from the world at large to actually continue to keep languages the center of all our development. Thank you, Dr. Nidhi, old friend, good friend, amazing HCL leader of innovations and this thing in the social sector. Um, on behalf of everybody, thank you. I humbly accept your trust in us, and we will carry this out into all the classrooms, looking at all other languages that we could help come into the forefront. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Dr. Tyagarajan, and let me congratulate all organizations, all NGOs, civil society organizations, social purpose organizations who are part of the HCL Grant Compendium this year. We at HCL Foundation team so fondly collect these case studies and disseminate it. And for us, big congratulations to all of you who have found a place on the compendium this year. We will share a copy with you soon. Let me also congratulate all NGOs which reached the final stage. And after the final stage, there is marginal difference. Let me tell you, you are a part of the HCL Foundation Partner Network. We welcome you all to the HCL Foundation Partner Network and look forward to working with all finalists, joining you in a joint mission of transformation of rural India as well as contributing to the global sustainable goals. Let me thank all of you for participating, and we look forward to seeing all the viewers, all the NGOs who have joined uh, to meet you in edition 9 of HCL Grant. Thank you. Jai Hind.
Thank you, Dr. Nidhi. Many congratulations, Ms. Jyoti and the entire team at the Meghshala Trust. This is no small feat to be among the 9 finalists. after going through such a rigorous selection process. Thank you, one and all, and congratulations to you.